Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another scene set in Desert Like I Say Season 2. God damn, that is my fastest yet. Tonight we set the scene from the sandy streets of Odessa once more, this time on the edge of Jewish quarter, as Brigitte, at the behest of the Mistress of Harpies, has had a meeting organized for her in exchange for her gracious work in establishing the evils that lurk around the corner of her domain, and helping her to identify them. So, Brigitte,
Yes.
Lady Katerina has sent you a lovely letter. It's this very thick, rich, kind of like uh, kind of rough envelope. Like the texture on it is very thick. Like you could. It's quite nice to the touch.
Question:
Um,
were they even envelopes back then?
yes, and it
Okay,
has a small seal,
okay.
a wax seal, and number.
Brigida will open the letter, recognizing the seal, I suppose. So, what language is this written on?
In one you can understand.
Fine.
I mean, we can just not do the scene if you don't want to understand it. That's fine too. We
I
can do
could.
that,
I
and then the
have.
Assamites can feel offended that you didn't show up to their lovely gathering.
I have the merit thing, so I would understand it. It just, just asking for the language, just for.
Well, lingua franca allows you to kind of get by in regards to speaking with people, not in understanding written text.
Well, I have one taught in academics. Fine, fine, whatever. Let's go. What does the letter say?
To my dear young Brigitte, I hope you are. I hope you are doing well, and I would like to thank you again for the services that you committed to me some nights ago. As per my offer to you, I have since had some lovely words among many of the Assamites of this fine domain. I've managed to secure you a short meeting with one of them in regards to you having prolonged access to the Jewish quarter and many of its finer qualities. The gathering shall take place at insert time, insert address, and I hope you'll find the Saracens amenable. They are most surprisingly serviceable clan when you get to know them. I hope you will come to be as close to them as I am. P.S. Don't forget to bring something nice to wear. The Assamites, the clan has standards as high as mine.
Oh boy.
Kindest, kindest, kindest regards to your dear mistress of Harp. From your kindest regards from the mistress of Harpies, Lady Katerina, child of Seneschal Antoon, Clan Lasombra, and Seele.
Okay, she will put the letter in her pouch and then look around to see if she has any not terrible clothes to wear. Because the only nice thing she ever worn was the thing that Lady Astor gave her for that ball. And
Well, hey, you can take that.
wouldn't she request it back? I don't know.
She has, well, she has all of the money, so she doesn't really need to care.
Well, okay, then I guess I'll wear that since well, I don't have anything else. And she will head out towards the Jewish quarter, awkwardly trying to find who is the person I will be meeting and where. Oh Jesus, that was scary.
Oh, hey,
That was a fast
man,
transition.
this Dublin Assamite is fucking old.
Yeah, you need to make your transitions a bit smoother, man. You're gonna give me a heart attack. Those eyeballs.
It's okay. Make me a wits awareness roll. You're being ambushed on the street.
With
It's
awareness.
it's
What?
fine. I'm being facetious. Uh,
You're being a prick.
no, I'm being a hugs. Uh,
Fine,
I'm
Mr.
being a
Hugs.
wooloo. Um, you no. Well, you actually go to the address leads you to a the large library at the central north end of the Jewish Quarter.
I still have a hoodie on though, cause corpse, not
Yeah, you do look kind of,
corpsey.
yeah. No, let me see if I can find it for you. You okay? So you are led to a large building. You understand this to be the library of the Jewish Quarter,
Hmm.
and when you approach, um, you find that the door is open, not locked.
I will still knock on the door because I think barging in would be a bit improper.
I was gonna ask if you had etiquette, but then I didn't have to.
I have one dot.
Good job. You're doing it. You're
Yeah.
doing it. Um, you knock on the door, and a simple middle-aged gentleman shall open it for you, and will simply, do you speak Arabic?
I mean, I
You do, right?
I hope I do.
It's a default. I was just wondering if you'd swapped it out for something.
If I what? I didn't hear you.
I was just wondering if you'd swapped it out for something.
Oh, no, no, no.
Okay. In which case, uh, yeah, a gentleman simply stands before you and simply says in a thick Arabic accent, "Good evening, my lady. How may I help you this evening?"
Uh, Good evening.
It's a very flat tone, as in it's very rehearsed.
I'm here for a meeting.
May I see your papers, my lady?
She will tell to take out the letter from Katerina and show it to the man.
Okay. He skims through it, takes him only a couple seconds, and he hands it back to you. Right this way, uh, Lady Brigitte. The Lady Hebony is just waiting for you in the first table to the right of the door in the main hall.
Thank you. I will find my way. And she will go find the first table on the right, I suppose.
Yep. Um, you step in. He will lock the door behind you.
Yeah, that's not worrisome. Not
Yeah,
at all.
fine. Just focus on the sheep. Um,
It's alright. Brigitte
this is
doesn't fear death.
this is what yeah, but the player does. This is what you're exposed to.
Ah,
It is shelf after shelf of books chained to the desks uh, just beneath them.
she'll
Uh,
probably get puppy eyes looking at all these books.
it is a significantly large library. For the record, this is the equivalent of um, just this on its own is the equivalent of Library 5.
Ooh.
Um, and this isn't even all of it. And it should be noted, Library 5 and Occult Library are different things. Um,
Well, she will look around in awe.
as you look around, there is merely the main librarian in the room, who is the person you just spoke to. He simply returns to his desk and continues writing. He seems to do so at a leisurely pace, and from time to time, just takes a look up, looks around, looks towards you, and then looks towards this person who is on the right-hand table, and she merely gestures towards you.
I will follow towards where she is.
Her skin is slowly darkening, with the passage of time. It still maintains its natural pallor, but you can clearly tell that, and this perhaps wouldn't be noticeable to mortals, but because you are exposed to canine physiology on the regular, the Assamite curse is very slowly. It's the very early stages of it. It's not enough to be noticeable yet,
Mm.
but it is there. It's present. It's noticeable to you, not to mortals.
Yeah.
To her, she would simply be considered dark-skinned for an Arabian woman, but other than that, She has this lovely embroidered veil and robes, and she is quite alluring. She has long
Not
flowing
to
black
me.
hair. Pardon?
Not to me.
Hey man, high appearance. She looks she looks good.
Yeah,
She's a
but
very pretty person.
and I believe you as a player, as the character, she doesn't really
That's
register this
fine.
kind of thing. So
Of course. But she's just gesturing to you.
I'll walk towards her. Yeah, I'll approach and greet her. Say good evening. I am Brigitte of Clan Cappadocian.
Ah, yes, I have heard of you. The harpy has spoken most fondly of you.
I am grateful for her kindness. Uh, how may I address? How may I address you?
Oh, I am simply Ebony.
Emily, it's nice making your acquaintance here.
A
Uh,
pleasure to meet you as well.
she will awkwardly look around a bit, trying to find how to proceed with the conversation. Uh, may I join you?
Of course, we're here to speak.
Thank you. Yes. She will sit down. Um, I have interests in acquiring knowledge. I was told that I could seek that in your territory,
Oh,
if you would, of course, allow it.
our territory. Although the clan possesses domains specific to each individual, we consider it to be ours collectively.
I understand. Um, is there something that I could offer your clan so that I can perhaps be able to look at your library here?
I'm sure there are many things you could do for us to earn our trust, but if I'm asked, what are you capable of doing?
Well, um, you mean as in terms of my clan specific abilities?
In general, you are more than your clan, are you not?
Ah, yes, absolutely. Well, I can offer you my sword if you need it. I am doing quite well in my physical uh, attributes, I suppose. Um, I do have some occult knowledge that I am trying to increase, and I guess I can be quiet if I need to, but I suppose that is your specialty, so I don't think I could compete with your clan on that.
Oh, we are cooperating, not competing.
Yes, I. That's that's not what I misspoke. I mean, I'm not quite as good at it as your clan. That's what I. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, it's okay, Brigitte. I know exactly what you mean.
As for my clan's abilities, I am able to. Well, if you need a corpse to disappear, I can help with that. I can also uh, well, hmm, I can make people be corpse like, I suppose, if it's needed, so that they won't uh, attack for a bit. Well, I can also tell you if you have a corpse, I can tell you how it got there, how it died, so to speak.
Hmm. How confident are you in your mastery of the occult, little Brigitte?
Mm, I suppose that depends on what exactly you would require.
Nothing more than a bit of investigative expertise and a blade at our side when the time comes.
Out of character, what would the investigative thing require? Because investigation, I have nothing.
She hasn't told you.
Mm,
You don't know what knowledge would be, but you'd suggest it would be occult knowledge, given that she more or less just asked you how confident you are in your mastery
okay.
of the occult.
Well, if it's, yeah, I guess, then yeah. I think I would be more than willing to offer you what you seek. I'm confident enough in my occult knowledge as far as certain things go. As for my combat abilities, I can get by. Survived so far. So I do offer you my services if you require them.
And what and how much of this great library of its people would you wish in exchange?
Well, I'm seeking very specific knowledges about the Cabal. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't say no to any kind of knowledge. That's my that's the force that gets me going. But I specifically need to gain knowledge of the cabal.
Hmm. We have many tomes in reference to Kabbalism. We have even used some of them ourselves on occasion. Some specific to Odessa itself. I suppose it depends. Hmm.
I believe the most, um, if there was one part that I would find most interesting about Cabal would be the knowledge behind golems.
Of course.
But the more I know, the better. And while Doggins is looking at the desk in front of her, like avoiding eye contact and all the things normal people do, generally.
Ebony, funnily enough, never drops eye contact.
Hmm?
She always looks at you. She's very, very engaging with you.
Yeah, which makes Brigida very, very uncomfortable. She has a weird relationship with eyeballs, as you know.
That sounds like a you problem,
Yeah, it is a me problem.
and a very poor excuse for avoiding eye contact with a beloved friend.
It's not you, it's me. But she's fucking awkward. She doesn't do eye contact much. She avoids it.
Roll me your hmm, roll me your
Shit.
charisma expression.
Um, expression?
Yeah,
What's that?
roll me your charisma. Have fun. Fortune expression is a talent, not a skill, so you don't get added difficulty for this roll. Try not to botch. If you botch, funny things will happen.
I'm going to burn a willpower.
Now, why do that? Let me do bad things to you.
I don't want you to do bad things to me. I'm gonna burn
Weak.
a willpower.
Oh yeah, I forgot your charisma one. That's really funny. Okay, you get two successes.
Yeah.
So wow, as good as it gets. Two successes. That's the best. Oh my god. You want to negotiate for shit with one charisma and no expression. It's so good. Um, it's like, why are you here? Why did you send this person? Send your ghoul. Send anyone. Just not this Cappadocia. But you do succeed. You get two successes. So Hebony has a sort of pat you on the head look. You tried. Um, Basically, you're trying to work out a deal.
Mm,
And you're trying to appeal to her and get her on side. Because if you failed, she probably would have jacked you up a whole lot on the price in terms of boons. Because you got two successes, she's willing to be fair to you.
okay.
It less because of your diplomatic tact and skill, more because you just seem rather pitiable.
Yeah,
Um,
I expected as much.
if you had the pitiable merit, I would have actually given you a bonus. That would have applied to this check. Just because your dice pool is so bad, it's just
I,
pitiable.
I do not have that merit, no.
You should definitely get it sometime. Uh, it would actually be pretty good for Briggs, to be honest.
Yeah, it would.
Um, but you kind of go through the sort of books you want. She's obviously given you hints, like we have books that no one else actually has. We've got these homes, we've got homes that are fairly scarce, blah blah blah.
Yeah, and Brigitte
So,
books
question:
are.
how much do you want? What are you looking for? Are you looking for really rare things? Are you just looking for general stuff?
No, she wants specifically things that have to do with golems.
Pardon?
Specifically things that have to do with golems. Because that's the knowledge that her sire wants to acquire.
Yeah, but what scarcity? I'm just going to arbitrarily cut it up into three tiers for you. Are you looking for general stuff, rare stuff,
I
or
don't think that would be general. I think. Uh, Give me a second. Let me. Well, it's Kabbalistic magic and the secrets of golem craft. Uh, I would say that it's not general knowledge. I'd say this is quite rare, actually.
well, I mean, you could find that sort of stuff among the more general tones of Kabbalism, but it's probably not going to go into as much detail or be as useful.
Oh yeah,
But you could get it more cheaply and you could get more of them. You could also ask to just transcribe stuff rather than take the books.
yeah. I would. I don't care about taking the books. Just to be able to, you know, read them would be enough.
Oh yeah, you have eidetic memory.
Yes.
Hmm.
But yeah, I assume that in order to get to the point of learning about Kabbalistic magic and golem craft, you'd have to have some basic knowledge, so it's probably a process.
Hmm.
But it's something that greatly interests my sire, animating the lifeless.
Fine line between necromancy and more generalized blood sorcery. Very interesting. But
Well,
Ebony's head will turn, looks to the library, and then looks back to you. You seem determined, Brigitte. I can respect this.
thank you.
We would be willing to. Hmm. Would you like us to? Would you prefer for us to part with the books, for you to transcribe them, or simply read them?
I would only need to read them.
Hmm. What tier of books are you going after? One, two, or three?
Hmm. As many as possible.
All of them? Okay. Hmm. If you wish to peruse the entirety of our library, we would request 2 blood boons owed to our clan by yourself. Do not worry, already have a goal in mind for them, so we have no intention of having it linger over you for centuries to come.
Ricky, I will take a couple seconds to think about it. Yeah. Hmm. What would that entail out of character? Because it's not one,
Okay,
it's two.
blood boons owed to a clan. You'd have to shed blood for this clan, or be blood-bound to a member of the clan who would put you into the clan's service, not into their service, specifically the clan service. Um, you would have to perform some great political slights, or share your clan's secrets with theirs in order to pay off this boon.
Oh.
So you could teach all of the Assamites in necromancy, and that would pay off the debt.
Wouldn't that be considered treason to my clan?
Yes, a blood boon can necessitate treason. It will void the debt immediately once you do it. Once you have taught probably not all of the Assamites, probably just half of them, because so long as they can start reasonably teaching each other. Of course, you have not asked to do this. I'm just giving you hypotheticals.
Yeah.
They could also require you to shed blood in their name, wage a war for them. Put your existence at significant risk.
Yeah, but it's the possibilities are very wide open.
Mm-hmm. But again, you are asking for secrets that only they possess.
Fuck. Yeah, but at what cost? Damn it. Uh, okay. Out of character question. Would my um clan loyalty be above my personal path, my personal road, or not?
Let me check your road, because it is a
Generally
reasonable
speaking,
question. You don't want to violate your road.
because I mean, acquiring knowledge is like the cornerstone of my road.
I'll say this: if you take this deal, that will be an immediate moment of truth for your road, which will halve the cost of you acquiring your next road dart.
I didn't hear you at all. You were not very
If
clear.
you take this deal, you will get a moment of truth for your road, because you are putting a lot of things. You are you are putting prestige and power to the side. You are compromising yourself in order to gain knowledge in a big way, and that definitely is true to the values of your road.
Okay. Yeah. I I I have to do it. Would I be even able to negotiate at least some sort of what's the word? Discretion?
You can negotiate. There's nothing in your road that prevents you from negotiating this deal.
I would be open to that offer. Would there be any amount of discretion on your part in regards to this boons?
If we require discretion, we will inform you. Although these boons will be noted by the Mistress of Harpies.
I understand that. Mm, will there be any certain um, stipulations on what would be required, or it could be anything?
I don't understand what you're trying to ask me of me.
Mm, will that, will any actions requested of me be putting me at odds with my own clan?
Oh no. She has no idea if that's actually true or not, so she's going to roll manipulation subterfuge.
Okay.
Because she's only speaking for greater powers, and she doesn't know if they're actually going to put you in that position or not. She doesn't think, to be fair, they probably won't, but she can't be certain, and that's why she needs to roll.
Yeah,
She's
roll it.
reasonable in assuming they're not, but again, she can't be 100% certain of it.
Um, will I be able to tell by checking out her aura? I can do that now.
You can scan her aura, yeah.
Okay, so that's perception, empathy, difficulty, uh, 6 minus suspects. Or no, what's the difficulty for that?
What's your respects rating?
2.
Difficulty 6.
Okay. Wow, that's sad. That that's sad. That's a very sad roll. But yeah,
Hey,
he's a,
hey,
he's a vampire.
hey,
Well,
hey, you wanna know, what she is? She's a K-Knight.
well, I'll probably have to roll against her thingy anyway. So if you roll her manipulation thing or whatever he's rolling for, but damn, fuck my life. These rolls today. Come on, man, roll it.
One sec.
Yeah, you're trying to find her character sheet or something.
Roll me your perception empathy. Just all these things you're not good at.
At what difficulty? Standard.
Yeah.
uh,
We have all specs on. It's difficulty 4 for you.
well, still, it's still 2.
She's actually not amazing at this.
Well, this needs to be really bad.
No, she's fine.
Yeah. So I don't know, basically.
Um, no. Well, she comes across as genuine.
Well, okay then. It's something I'm willing to do for this knowledge.
Pardon?
This is something I'm willing to do for this knowledge.
Excellent. Then then we are agreed.
Then we are agreed.
If I may have you if I may have you write down this agreement here and now and sign in your blood, then we can have it verified before the Mistress of Harpies.
Yes. Will I write it down or will she write it down and I'll just sign it?
She will write it down. She
Okay.
basically writes down uh, briefly writes down a date, and it's a simple several line message of I, Lady Brigitte, hereby uh, submit 2 blood boons owed to Clan Assamites in exchange for in exchange for
Unlimited access to the library?
access to and the reading of every tome within the great library of the Jewish Quarter. And it also says Lady Hebony of Clan Assamite stands witness to this written statement. And then I assume you sign it.
I will take the quill. I'm gonna put my wrist on the table. I'm gonna stab my wrist with the quill and dip it in my blood
Right.
and sign my name with it. Because I'm a creep, so goddammit, and I want this willpower back.
Okay, well, let's see. How does Hebony react? I'm gonna have to roll willpower. Let's see how safe she is there. She's got decent willpower. She only gets 1 success. I'll say she's creeped out, but she doesn't show it. You can gain a willpower back. I'll give it to you.
Happy dance.
And you sign it. And
Yep.
then Lady Hebony will sign it as well to indicate that she was in fact here. At which point Lady Hebony will retrieve the document from you. She will say, "Thank you, Brigitte.
Thank you as well. When could I start?
Let us spend this night preparing for your studies. We will attain and arrange the books that we believe to be most important to your research, and when you arrive this evening, they will be placed before you so that you may begin your research in earnest. Although, of course,
Thank you.
you have access to the entirety of the library, so if at any point you believe there is untapped potential in any of these books, feel free to explore to your heart's content.
Thank you, Ebony, for this opportunity. I am at your service at any time you require me.
And it is most appreciated, Brigitte. However, if I may, I would advise you get yourself some much needed rest for tomorrow evening.
I will do so. Thank you. I I will take my leave now. I will return tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow.
Have a pleasant evening.
You as well.
And she will backtrack back to the entrance and give another look around the library, and be happy. And go out into the night.
I think that's where we can end the scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.